If you didn't get an email from Rashad Robinson, I did, stating she demands full accountability for the police shooting of Michael, the unarmed teen. She wanted me to sign the petition. I signed it all right, but not before sending her a message. Quote, "You're not going to believe this, but it's the liberals making this a police state. Talk to the bleeding heart liberals and make them understand the police are out of control. I'll sign the petition, but understand you have to talk to liberals and make them change their minds about who they vote for, because it is the liberals who are responsible for most of the deaths because of gun control." When Obama was campaigning for the White House, he told Americans that, if elected, he would sacrifice his need for vacations, leisure, and that those needs would be gone. This week, Obama headed to the golf course less than an hour after he arrived on Martha's Vineyard for his 2-week vacation. In fact, since he took office in January 2009, Obama has played 186 rounds of golf, 22 of them on Martha's Vineyard. Someone should tell him he isn't supposed to be vacationing from the White House, because from what I just read, it seems to me he doesn't seem to be spending a lot of time there. Don't believe that? He snuck out of the White House for Dunkin' Donuts. Listen to this part of this email. Dear Move On member, if you haven't been paying attention to the midterm elections yet, here's a quick update. Democrats are losing badly. Nate Silver, who picked every single state right in 2012, says the Republicans have a 60% chance of winning the Senate. The Washington Post's polling experts put it at 82.2%, and if they're right, the Tea Party's entire agenda will be on a fast track through Congress. But there's still time to turn this election around, and we've got a plan to do that. Here's the deal. In 2012, we quietly tested a groundbreaking new voter turnout strategy that proved to be one of the most effective tactics we've ever seen, in state after state. Democratic voter turnout increased by between 0.5 and 3.5%. That might not sound like much, but in a toss-up election, it's huge. And because turnout is usually lower in a non-presidential election, our impact this year could be even bigger. Here's the rub. In 2012, Move On members donated $850,000 for this project, enough to allow U.S. contact to 12 million voters in 20 states. And we can only run projects like this again if Move On members pay for it. Can you donate $3? You know what the Tea Party's agenda is? Sanity. And apparently it's working. If it wasn't, they wouldn't have a 60% chance of winning. What do they mean, turn this election around? We're already trying to do that with the 60% of us voting Republican. I'm not donating anything to the Democrats. In case you're not aware of this groundbreaking new voter turnout strategy, it's the masses and masses of illegal immigrants marching over here, breaking grounds. Remember how Democrats would take out of context the 3/5 clause, stating that Republicans was stating that black people were 3/5 of a human being? Well, if anyone is treating black people like 3/5 of a human being, it's Democrats. Not reporting Barack Obama's wrongdoings, not reporting black-on-black crime, because let's face it, no human being is perfect. And if you have the facts on what goes down with the black community and you choose not to report it, well then you're not treating them as a human being, because every human being has their melting points. What do you call a military donkey punch? Guerrilla warfare. Remember when kids had to study MCAS? Well, now it's more like men-ass, because recently a school showed a PowerPoint with a slide of gay intercourse. Why is Nicki Minaj so big? Because she was molested a lot, which made her asshole bigger, and therefore made her ass bigger. I have the gun control examples to end all. Michael Moore said, "We don't want everybody running around with AK-47s, implying we all have the same intention to kill people. Well, we all have hands. Doesn't mean we're gonna go beat women like some people. All men have penises. Doesn't mean we're all gonna rape children like Jerry Sandusky either." I was in my rap phase in high school. I had black pants, black shoes. The only problem was I didn't have a teacher to go with them. So I went to Kohl's and I saw myself faced with two 50-cent t-shirts, one white and one black. I went with the white one, and that must have been my mistake because as I learned, everybody talks about white on black, but nobody talks about black on black.